Adding smart light bulbs to your home is a great way to change the mood in any room, but sometimes that gets a little complicated with the light switch and the power and everything. So another awesome option is with a floor lamp. This is the new Govee Lantern Floor Lamp, which has Lumen Blend Plus technology, which increases the quality of the light. So you have some really nice warm to white, very concentrated white lights. And it has this really cool design and you can change the height and everything. A huge thank you to Govee for sponsoring this video. Let's get started. So first up, this is an indoor lamp and it is compatible with all the different smart home possibilities that you have in your home. And then here it has a Lumen Blend Plus stamp, indicating that it has that Lumen Blend Plus halo lighting. It can go up to 1400 lumens at 6500 Kelvin. It's all controllable through the app and the height is 63 inches or 160 centimeters. Now over here on the side, you can see the different white color range. So it can go all the way from 1000 Kelvin, which is more like a bonfire, all the way up to 10,000 Kelvin, which has a very high concentration. I love seeing that wide range of white color options on here. So you can mimic the actual daylight. There's an option in here where it can automatically adjust based on what the sun is doing outside for the perfect indoor lighting. All right, here is the lantern. So here, as we pull this out of the box, it is compressed a little bit. So over time, it will expand just like that. That looks great. And one thing I love is there is a touch point on top, so you can easily turn on and off the light without having to ask your assistant or anything. There is your switch. Love that it has that. And also included is the base, as well as 4 different lengths to match the height you want, and then the power cord. Oh, let's have some nice colors. Too bright for my camera over here. Now I love how the cord is going to be hidden inside the tube here. So we're just going to slide it down and we'll start with just one add-on to see how tall that can get. All right, now we got the top on. That is a giant marshmallow that I need to roast. Now we're going to feed this through the bottom and we have the cord that we can line it up right there and snap it on the edge. Let's get it set up in the Govee app. It then pops up as a device to add. We then just need to add our Wi-Fi and now we have control of it in the Govee app. We of course can add it to our other assistants as well, but we're gonna have the most access to it here in the Govee app. Now I mentioned at the top, we can turn it on and off. There you go, with just a tap. That is so nice to be able to do that. There's no other remote or anything you need, just a simple touch. And now I can even turn it off with Alexa or Google because I've already linked those to the account. Hey Google, turn off the lantern floor lamp. There it turns off. Hey Google, turn on the lantern floor lamp. And boom, it is on and we can change the colors and all of that. Let's check out some of the main features of the Govee app. Now, if you have any other Govee devices, this all looks similar. There you can see I can adjust the brightness. So let's tune that down just a little bit so it's not overpowering the camera. Then if you have any other Govee products, this is very similar. You can go in, you can adjust the color. So here we can adjust the color range from a very warm temperature to a very bright concentrated temperature, or just a more natural. Really love the look of that. You have your different scenes. So as we play a different scene, you can see that there's multiple colors on the light at the same time. It's just not one color, it is multiple, and we'll be able to have directional light as well. So there's a ton of scenes there. Here you have the illumination where you can choose the type you want there. Here we have the new AI. You can have it play with music. You can see what others are using. You can create your own custom light here. There's DIY and more. So a lot to get into, but here we have the nice size. This is really cool. You could set this on a desk or something and have a nice lamp there. But let's go ahead and try it out in the home and see how it looks. We first need to make it turn into nighttime and then we can turn on the lamp and it's daytime again. Awesome. All right, so here we are in a dark room. The sun has gone down. Let's go ahead, turn on the lights. And right now we are at 1% and this is doing a great job illuminating the room. Here, if we even go up to 25%, a bunch more light. Here you can see more of the room, up to 50%. And then we can go to 75%. You can see that it's really just filling up the entire room and all the way up to 100% using that full 1400 lumens of availability because we are on that 6500 Kelvin ratio. So let's go ahead and try a few different colors here and let's tune it down just a little bit. We'll go down to about 55% there. So here we can choose a red. So we have really nice reds, and the white to red LEDs are a little bit different. So it's not going to be as bright, but we're getting some really good orange there. Here we have the yellow. Here we have a green, we have blue, then we have a light blue, purple, and then back to white. And let's go ahead and go through some of the different colors. So here we are at the middle range of the nice warm white. We can go all the way down to that 1000 Kelvin. So there we have the really warm ambers, at sunrise, sunset. If we go a little bit more, there we're at about 3000. Here we're up to about 5000, 6000 range, going up a bit more. And then here we can go all the way up to the top at the 10,000 Kelvin range. Very nice concentrated white light. And if we turn that all the way up, this is going to be great for getting things done. So then we can also go to the illumination tab and we can test out a few different ones of these. So here's watching a movie, here's a sports light, a wake up light, you even have a night light here. So a lot of great different options there. Now, one of the things about the colors is it has those multiple zones. So there are some preset gradient fusion colors in here. So there's a bunch of presets here. So you just have to tap it and it changes. And on camera, I can't tell if you can see this, but at the top, we're much more purple than down here. We're a lot more pinkish. So it has the zones from the top to the bottom there. And we can go through and try a few different colors. You can kind of see the more yellow at the bottom with the green on the top. Govee has a bunch of other lights like this where you're seeing a lot more like animation happening on screen, where I like this where it's much more subtle light when you're doing the colors and not so distracting and bright. And again, we are turned up a little bit so we could turn this all the way down to 1. So it's just a nice background light illuminating the area. Let's go ahead and jump to some of those scenes and see what they look like. Let's go ahead and do some of the like animated Christmas ones. So there you can see we're just having the one light, maybe a few other colors mixed in there versus having a ton of different splotchy patterns and everything. So these are nice because it's just subtle. It's not overpowering. And here the animation changes based on what you're doing. This is a candy cane. So we're seeing some whites and reds in there. Here we have another Christmas tree. And then here, if like we did an Easter light, there just more shows the colors than the animations. And here we have the birthday options. So starting off low, getting brighter and brighter as we go. And there's a ton more other than holiday lighting. This is the Aurora. Here we have one called Deep Sea. So some really nice lights. Again, not sure if I'm doing justice on how this looks on camera, but it's looking very nice here in real life.
So if you want to know the tech behind why this looks so good, it's combining a 16-bit IC chips with the latest algorithms to deliver more precise color reproduction. And so inside the light, there's 4 different main light strips and then 3 IC-controlled LED beads that are paired together that produces a halo-shaped soft lighting effect.
Now let's go ahead and check out the AI bot. So with the AI Lighting Bot 2.0, you can just hold down the button here and create all kinds of cool options. Make a sunset scene. And here it's designing the scene and then automatically it will be applied to the light. And there you go. That is a very nice sunset light. Let's try something else. Make a light of an elevator going up. And there you can see that the lights are going from the bottom to up, kind of like as you're going up the elevator with a window, you would see the different levels, which is really cool. Make a lighting effect of a train going by. And that's really cool. There is a way you can design your own effects, but this makes it so much easier. And these are really cool effects that I don't see in the scenes. It's really cool how it can illuminate different sections of the lantern to give off these unique lighting effects. Impressed with the AI Lighting Bot 2.0. So now let's turn on music. So it has a microphone built in. So if you play music in the room, it's going to change to that. This section has a lot of flashing lights. Now you can change the sensitivity to the music and you have a different few scenes you can choose as well. Now, a few of the options are a little bit too all over the place, but some of those are really nice, soft lighting. I love how it's kind of punching in different parts of the lantern that you can see from all the different angles that are available to adjust. I really like the ones that are just punching the light different over. It's staying lit up, but you see the different light impacting the lantern as well as the wall and everything else in the room. All right, and then when we're done, it's time for bed. Let's turn off the light. I've finished adding all the links to the lamp, and here how it looks, really nice and tall, and I love how clean the entire pole is just with the power cord coming out the bottom. One other thing is at the top, this entire point is the touch point, so you just tap anywhere on there and that will turn it on and off.
And right here at the top, this is the microphone. That's what it's using to listen for the music.
Now in the settings of the app, we actually have effect presets here. So you can create different presets you want, and all you have to do is hold down for 3 seconds on the top of the lamp and it will change it to those. So once I've pressed save, I just hold down for 3 seconds. And there it went to the first preset. There it went to the second preset. So this is great that you don't even have to use the app. I can set a few different presets for my kids, and then they can go through and choose the ones they want on there, and they can easily adjust it. I love having that on top versus them always asking for the app.
Now there are 2 great ways where you can have the light automatically adjust with the time of day. So one is called Autorun, where you can turn it on where it gradually increases the light brightness over a period of time. So here in the morning, when I want to wake up in the morning, here the light has a nice soft glow, and you can set what scene it's going to turn on to, and it slowly rises as time goes on. Next is called DaySync, where the lights can automatically adjust based on the time of day, what the light is showing outside, as well as the weather. So here, if we take a look at the app, you'll see the DaySync option next to the color option. And then when you go in here, you can turn it on for different weekends, your home office, home relaxed lighting. And you see in the morning, it turns on to a peak, and then it turns off during the day, and then at night it will turn back on for a sunset scene. Here you can see the different weather options that will change as the weather adjusts, and then you can go in and look at the timeline of what is going to be happening in here. Adding this lantern floor lamp to a room can really change the room at night. So this room, usually the lights are off or they're on, and that's kind of it. But here we can add some dynamic lighting. If I want to do some intense reading, this is really helpful to have, and then I can easily adjust it for a more relaxed environment. Maybe I'm watching a movie or something like that. This is going to be great background lighting, and I love how customizable it is in all the different situations that a room might have. Now let's take a closer look at some of these animated lighting effects. So there are some that are stationary that aren't moving too much, but you have ones that are able to move up and down. Here you can see it gradually changing from top to bottom. There's also motions where it's going left and right, and even angled up and left and right. And you can see how some of these are really a nice, soft, subtle movement in the background to adjust the lighting and can really calm the soul as you're just chilling in your room. These are going to make a nice effect wherever you place this. And that's it for the Govee Lantern Floor Lamp. There's so many cool things that this can do. I really love the look of it. It's very chic in the home, can fit great in any place in the home. It has a really nice soft look to it as well as touch. And then I love how it has the added features of just being able to turn it on and off right here from the top. And then you can go in and hold down and change to your presets. And there's tons of different things that you can do in the Govee app to really customize this to your space. So this is a great lamp to have in any room in your home. If you have any further questions about it, please let me know down in the comments below, and I'll be sure to get back to you. And if you want to pick up yours today, make sure you check out the link down in the description. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.